You will find pro COD Mobile tips on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and other social media platforms. Hell, you probably already know some of these tips. But in this video, I will give you 10 practical pro tips you have never seen before. These are practical things you can do and apply to your gameplay right now that can change the way you play the game. Are you ready? Let's get started. Starting with tip number 1, you can better take enemy players off head glitches by simply increasing your vertical turning sensibility. When you shoot your gun, the vertical recoil is what pushes it up and makes it difficult to target specific points at far distances, like the heads of enemy players behind cover. You can control the vertical recoil by heading over to your sensitivity settings. Under the firing sensitivity, increase the vertical turning. The higher it is, the better. I use 100 for my camera vertical turning, but when I start firing my weapon, I make sure it is 125. Number 2. If you are going to use melee weapons as your secondary, make sure you use the right one. Every melee has specific range and swing speed. For instance, you can swing more times if you use the spear compared to when you use the axe, but you get more range when you use the axe. A great example is this clip right here. You can see me slide away but still hit the enemy player. That's because the spear has a very good range. I won't be able to do this with the karambit, base melee or other short range melee weapons. So before using any melee, check out the range and test it out in the single player mode. Tip number 3, you can get really stable aim when you use twin sensitivities. Take a look at this clip. You can see how stable my aim is. That is because I have mastered it by using twin sensitivities. To do this, make sure you use the values in your camera sensitivity, in your firing sensitivity. So that means the steering sensitivities should be the same, the ADS sensitivities should also be the same, and all the others. The only option that can be different is the vertical turning sensibility, just like I talked about in tip number 1. Tip number 4. Always hip fire when the enemy player gets too close to you. I do this a lot, you too can do it. If you hip fire, you move at a faster speed, making yourself a harder target to hit. If you don't, you move slowly and make yourself a target that is easier to predict and hit. Tip number 5, check out this clip. You see that I commit to strafing. This is because strafing doesn't only help you dodge the enemy shots, it actually helps you control recoil better. So the next time you struggle to control your recoil, just try a little bit of strafing to correct it. Now for tip number 6, you can stabilize and smoothen your aim with slide cancel or a slide into wall. Let me explain. Every time you slide, you get a bit of a shaky camera animation. This right here can mess with your vision and affect your aim because your in-game view bends and tilts. With slide cancel, you make the slide smooth, removing the slide animation and keeping your view stable, which in turn keeps your aim stable. To slide cancel, just hit the slide button and the ADS button almost at the same time. But if you use one tap ADS, you can just use your shoot button. But slide cancel is not the only way to stabilize your aim. You can also slide into the wall and this reduces the time of the slide animation. When it ends a bit quicker, you end up stabilizing your aim a lot quicker. As for tip number 7, always remember to go down when you get concussed. It is hard to escape a concussion grenade and it is even harder to do anything when it hits you. So the best option is for you to go prone. By lying down, you reduce your surface area, and if you are next to an obstacle, just use that to hide or for cover. Tip number 8 is to avoid climbing windows, railings or obstacles. Only do that if you have to. The better option is a quick jump slide. This lets you pass through them faster and you go down with enough force to help you dodge enemy shots, launch attacks on enemy players or cover distances faster. You can also slide over ledges and this gives you the same momentum effect, which can save you a bunch of times. Now for tip number 9, don't do full reloads on your weapons. It offers no tactical advantage. You see, every weapon has a stat called empty reload time or full reload. This is the time it takes for the weapon to reload when you completely empty the mag. But reload time is the time it takes for the weapon to, well, reload. But this only applies when the weapon isn't completely empty. For this reason, always make sure you leave at least one bullet when you shoot your weapon. If you can't, then remember to stop the full reload by aiming down your weapon the moment you see the mag going or the moment you see the reload bar complete. These usually happen right before the empty reload animation. You can see me stop the full reload animation in this clip by dropping my shock housing. This helped me get back into the fight a lot quicker. You can also cancel the empty reload animation by switching to your secondary. Just know that any kind of action will do the trick. And finally, for tip number 10, you can make tracking a target super easy by moving in the same direction they are moving at. This helps your aim assist stick to them, so you basically get a free aimbot on your hands. Just make sure you don't overcommit and you only use this trick for quick kills. So yeah, that's everything I have for you. Just remember these tips and put them in your gameplay if you want to improve at the game. Good luck.